So I was thinking the other day, rather than always working on my snowmobiles in wintertime, why don't I try to work on some of your snowmobiles? So I had this genius idea to put up a Facebook post and say, hey, if you got any old sleds that haven't been running for a while, you need to be fixed, send them over to me. I'll fix them for free. All you gotta do is possibly pay for some parts if it's needed. Within 24 hours, I got about 200 people, not even joking, about 200 people messaging me saying, hey, I got this, I need this fixed, I need this, blah, blah, blah. It's crazy, but I'm gonna start working on it today. We got our first victim over here in, I'm not gonna tell you where. We're gonna go over there right now, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it when we get in the truck. If you want your sled featured in the next video, all you gotta do is subscribe to this channel, and in the comments, drop down what you got for a sled, what's wrong with it, and where you're from. Back to the video. 2002 Yamaha SRX 700 greasy triple. Now this thing hasn't been running in 7 years, I think he told me, so it's gonna need a lot of stuff. We're gonna go talk to him right now, pick this thing up, get it back to the shop, and get him back on the trails again, hopefully. Oh, I see it in the back of the trailer. There it is, I see it. Oh, that's a nice one. How you doing?
Good, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes.
It's my cameraman Chris right here.
I'm psyched for this.
Yeah, I know. I'm psyched for this too. It could be the start of something really big, honestly.
Yeah?
There's so many people. I got like 200 people messaging me.
Really?
Yeah.
This is it. Like I said, it's my boys both play hockey. That takes up all of our winter fun time. You know, they finally got to ski last winter for the first time ever. It's just our lives are crazy. So this thing kind of got put on hold.
Yeah, you said you had some surgeries. And
Yep, I had rotator cuff surgery and I'm recovering from knee scope right now. So.
Yeah. You mind if I hop up in here?
Yeah, go ahead. I didn't flip it down, so you're good to go.
Yeah. Come on up here, Chris. Check this out. This is a
Pop it
beauty.
open.
This is a real
you know what? I love it. I had a lot of fun. I had a VMAX 600 before this.
So it's been sitting, you said what, 7 years?
7 years, 8 years, like, you know, untouched.
Well, it's nice that it was under storage.
So it has been covered, you know, right along. So it's ultimately it's in pretty good shape for what it is.
How's the compression on this bad boy? It's usually pretty pretty strong.
It's a pretty good kick for a triple.
These old triples, Oh yeah. Woo. So yeah, splitting your.
Is it splitting out?
I can replace that for you.
That's
I'm just gonna go through it. I mean, what exactly do you want done with it?
Just get it running and rideable again. Like I said, the shock in the rear, and I don't know if it's rebuildable, but you know, last time I took it out, it was squishy.
Squishy, yeah.
So
yeah, that's not a problem. And then let's see, you might have to do like a tank flush on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep, some old gas in there.
Oh yeah.
Yep, you'll catch a nice little whiff there. And then carbs, I can get that. Might be time for a rebuild. We'll see. I'll tear them open and see what it looks like. Yeah, let's get it on the trailer. Cool. Yeah, whenever you want to pull it off, we can take care of this afterwards. Yeah, sure. This is a beautiful machine. You don't see them in this good a condition anymore, really. I had one of these many years ago. I think I was in high school when I had one.
Really?
Yeah. But man, they'll rip your arms right off. There we go. Beautiful. We got it. How many miles do you think you put on it over the years? This thing?
On this, you know, I have to even look. So it's 27. I mean, I got it. There was hardly anything on it, so I probably put 25 on it.
Yeah, almost 2,800 miles. That's pretty. It's a baby still.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Not even a rip in the seat. We're gonna get it running, top notch.
I love it.
Yeah, I'll get you some prices on like the rear shock. I was kind of looking a little bit last night. They're not too expensive, anywhere from like 80 to 130-ish. Scribble 23, and there you have it.
Awesome. Now you just turn and burn, huh? Right back to Vermont.
Yep, we're heading right back. Get in the garage tonight and hopefully start tinkering on it. Again, I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
all right, be careful driving.
All right.
Let me know what we got going on, all right?
Awesome.
I look forward to it.
Yeah,
Take care, bud.
Take care. This thing is a beautiful machine. Perfect Yamaha blue. Track is mint. Not even a rip in the seat. Absolutely beautiful. Ready for the 2.5 hour drive. We're gonna get back to the garage and start working on this thing. We got it. We got Jamie's sled back here in the garage. And man, we got sleds up the wazoo over here. One thinking I might actually fire this old girl up, get her stored in the carport until snow hits. Now look at all this room we got. Got this guy on wheels. These things are a godsend, I tell you guys. If you don't have a pair of those, get some. So the first thing we're going to do is give it a quick walk around now. I looked at it a little bit when I was there, but I really didn't have too much time to check it out. But what we want to see are any clear signs of problems just from a first glance here. Now this sled looks really clean inside, so something's telling me we're not going to have too many issues, but you never know. Here's something, definitely going to have to order that up because this stuff breaks apart so easily, and that's just going to get sucked right down through. Looks like a mouse chewed its way through here. That's not good. So we're going to take apart the air box, make sure there's no mouse nest in it. Let's give the throttle just a quick little, oh, that's sticky. That is sticky. So that's a clear sign that we got some gum up in the carbs here. So definitely we knew that. We're going to have to do a carb clean. We're going to have to get that old gas out of the gas tank. Quite pungent in here, if I recall. Love huffing that old gas. So the belt, from this glance here, looks like it's seen better days, but it does look like he has a new belt right here, so I might have to swap that on for him. We did pull this over. I did notice he has a break in his handle here. Seems like it's got good compression. These things were always a bear. First things first, let's take a look at that. Just crumbling, falling right apart. Get this hose off here. Oh, shit. That is terrible. Like that. Pop right up. A little bit of oil resting on the bottom of our air box here. I didn't see any signs of mice, so that's really good. Since I don't have a very long Phillips screwdriver to get these carb boots off, I'm going to take this clutch cover off. Hey, you know what? This belt's not too bad, actually. There's no washers. Yep, we're good. Just like that. I should be in a good spot to take these right out of there. I got a couple other things hanging on. This looks like it has the Torus system, which Yamaha was kind of notorious for. Easy enough. So we got our carbs here. Look at those things. Pretty clean looking, but we'll see what it looks like inside. Boom! I don't know why I started with the middle one, doesn't really matter. No gasoline coming out, but I do see some old, nasty tire looking gas right there. It's very sticky. Ooh, molasses. It's getting all over my screwdriver. I cannot see through that jet at all. I know you can't see through the camera, but you probably didn't see it on the camera, but a tiny little glob just shot out. And now if we were to get this in the right position, you should be able to see right through it. Look at that. See that tiny little pinhole? I went ahead and cleaned this out as well, and there was some more gunk in there. Good, we got that cleaned out. We're going to keep breaking our way through these carbs. I check too, make sure the floats are working well. What I'm going to be doing as we go here is just doing a quick little shot of carb cleaner. Put the jets in there, get them cleaning up. Throw that in there as well just for a minute. Always be careful of the gaskets there when you put carb cleaner on. There's that. Another fine Leatherman moment here. Shout out to Brandon Stuckey, by the way. He's the man. Our screen on here is looking good. So is the little O-ring. I also keep this handy dandy little pick just for picking through little cracks and corners. Everything seems to be clean. I gave it some good shots, cleaned it out with a pick and the toothbrush and my little brass brush in there. So yeah, I think we're good. I'm gonna put this back together, start working on the other sides. It'll pretty much be the same process. So I'll catch up to you guys when I'm done. And here's another plugged absolutely plugged jet. So that was 2 jets that were plugged out of the whole thing. Definitely worth a cleaning for sure. This is so plugged up that even my compressed air won't get through it. So what I took here was this really hard, it's a steel brush, really stiff. And I'm just gonna take one of the little fibers there and try to push it through. Slick, now we can see through it, perfect. And that is a pretty damn fine looking rack of carbs right there, nice and clean. I touched up the outside a little bit too, just to make everything look nice and clean. And the inside is great. We didn't have to do a rebuild kit on it. I think this thing will fire right up once we get some good gas in her. We're gonna leave our carbs there for a minute because it gives us easier access to where we need to take the tank off. Now, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly from that one, a couple bolts to hold the coolant and oil reservoir. We gotta take this plastic shroud off. I think we need to take the seat off actually, because there's a couple bolts that hold the tank down to the tunnel. Probably a couple of random things I'm forgetting, but start with this. This just pops out. Just button to the side of the tunnel. One thing I like to do, especially with somebody else's stuff, is I like to keep a box and mark down what each bolt and piece goes to. So this is all the airbox stuff. I just took the coolant, oil reservoir, bolts off. Write everything down, put things where they belong, because at the end of the job I don't want to have any bolts left over. As always, we want to make sure we do it right. To take off the seat, you have to get to 2 bolts right here, which are always extremely rusty, and these don't appear to be an exception. Ooh, wow, they're both free. So now with those bolts out, we should be able to, yes, perfect. Yep, there's those 2 bolts for the gas tank, and then this gas tank should be ready to slide right out of here. Ooh, wow, this thing is easy. This has given me no trouble so far. Not great looking. We should have a clean tank now. Now all we gotta do is put this thing back together the opposite way we took it off. And for you guys, it's really easy. All you gotta do is just watch here, and then you're done. Did him a little favor and cleaned up some of the stuff in the engine bay. I did clean up some plastics and all that, but we are ready to throw some gas in this thing and see if she's gonna fire up after 7 years of not running, under storage. Will it run? Let's find out. I got a good feeling about it. I am confident. I don't put anything but non-ethanol in my machines now, ever. Here we go, ladies and gents. If I give this thing too many pulls, it is gonna come off, and that makes me really nervous. A high compression machine of this caliber, nah, that's not gonna last long. So I gotta find a different handle. I swear I should have been an engineer, because look at this fine piece of work. Instead of finding a new handle, I just zippy tied everything together. Should hold up to actually get this thing fired up. Is it a permanent fix? I like to think so. Will she fire up 7 years? Here we go, my friends. You know the drill. Holy macaroni! Whew. Oh, could you imagine if I did put these zip ties on? We got it going. She's idling on her own. I'm just gonna let it do its thing for a little bit here. Let it run on its own. It's been 7 years. She's just waking up out of hibernation. That is frickin' awesome. Unfreaking real. We got it. We got one more thing left to do that Jamie wants done. It's the suspension. Now, the suspension on these things are notorious for blowing out, but also being pretty crappy right from the start. He has a shock that's pretty much blown out. It's not entirely there, but it's squishy. I got a replacement shock off of a Viper. Looked on the forums, a lot of the guys replaced the rear shocks and the front shocks actually off of Yamaha Vipers. So I bought one of those for the rear. Might have to do a little bit in the front, we're not sure. So that's our next step, but man, it's a good day. We got this thing running after 7 years. All right, so we finally got the shock in, which I ordered off of eBay. Now this is not new, it is used, but it is off of a 2002 Viper that was damaged. They took it off, it doesn't have many miles on it, so it's practically new. All right, there it is. I thought I was gonna have to paint this up, but it actually looks like it's just dirty. So I'm gonna clean it up a little bit, and then we'll work on getting this on Jamie's SXR. So I did kind of start already on the shock in the back here. First though, I needed to figure out which shock it was, because there are two shocks back here. So we got a shock up here, and we have our main shock on the skid. I had to figure out which one was really blown out. This one looks to be in good shape. This one here, you can actually see some oil. I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera. You can see some fluid kind of leaking out of the seal there. Here's what we're dealing with the suspension. Actually, she's bottomed out. You see that sag? And once I let go of it, there's just no, it is rock solid. That's how Mike likes the suspension. Just no give, rock solid, spinal injuries. So that told me it was the rear shock. People in the forum said that you didn't have to take your skid out. I'm hoping I don't have to. I'm gonna try it just the way it is right here. Something tells me, because this shock is actually 1.5 inches longer, which will A, help with more suspension, but B, be a real pain to get into these slots. So wish me luck. Oh man, this hurts my neck. Come on. I did all this off camera, but I managed to get the old shock out of there, as you see. Man, I fought that thing so hard. I ended up having to use a ratchet strap and then a chisel to get the bolts out. But I got it done. Now, I'm not sure how this is gonna work, but some days you have to improvise, as we do on this channel quite often. This is a ratchet strap that I've used to compress this down. Is this sketchy? Yes, this is. Had to go about 1.5 inches to compress it down to the same size that we need to get onto our skid here. Look at that. I just got that bolt right in there easily, and then look at this. Look how perfectly that lines up. Oh baby! Wow. After about half an hour of me messing with this thing, we got her on there. Look at that. There's spacers on the other side of this washer in between collars, plastic collars. Found it really hard to get in there, get everything lined up and get the bolt through, but this ratchet strap thing worked pretty freaking well. And now I've got everything bolted down, cinched up, got a little Loctite on there. So it's time to release this. There. Beautiful! Before you comment what that squeaking noise is, I found out it's from this front shock. You hear that? Sound like a goose? Both shocks are doing their job, so may at some point need to be serviced, but I think they still got some life in them. Just wanted to fire it up again just to hear a roar. And another thing too with this shock that we just put on, there's still a lot more adjustment that can be made on this shock. It goes down to like right here. So there's a long ways you can go to make this even stiffer if you wanted. In the future, Jamie, if you want to make this even stiffer or softer, you can get that tool and adjust your spring. Look how beautiful that thing is looking. I just got done giving this a little bit of a detailing. And look how beautiful that blue is. Got our new pole handle. Well, I say new. It's off of my old MXZ over there, but it'll do. I tried for all I could to get a Cobra cord handle, best on the market. Unfortunately, I got to deliver this thing before it'll get here, so it is what it is. We also got our airbox filter which belongs right on top of here. You see the old one? Where'd the old one go? On the wall of shame right there. It was all crumbly. The filter was just falling apart. Oops. Right here. There it is. Let's make sure it fits. That clips in right there. This piece just clips in right here. Just like that. Voila. It's on there. Look how nice that is. Nice and squishy. Beautiful. And now we just got to replace the pull handle. Get rid of our zip ties. Oh man, that's got some good compression. Pull it out. Snip the old one off. Get our new one. Shoot it through. We're gonna double loop it. And then we have a new addition to our wall of shame here. The zip tied pull handle. We got everything installed. We got this thing running tip-top shape. We got this thing in beautiful condition, near showroom, I have to say. Ready to be fired up, loaded on the trailer, and brought over to its rightful owner, which I'm about to do. But I think I'm gonna take it for a little spin, just down the driveway and back. That's all I really got here anyway. Let her warm up a little bit. Just listen to the sound of this thing. Oh, this is exciting. Whoa! Yeah. Check out the reverse too. Oh, still has its beeping function. Brakes work good. Whoa! And there we have it. We're gonna get her strapped down, hit the road, and we'll see Jamie here in a minute. Hello, sir.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, good to see you again, man.
Excited for this.
Yeah, SX700, all ready to go.
I love it. I'm so pumped.
We did a carb clean on it. I found a couple jets that were dirty, 2 jets dirty. Cleaned those out, tuned it up a little bit. We got those fixed up. That rear shock in the back replaced off the Viper 2002.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, your last
Little
one.
stout.
Your last one was blown out completely.
Little soft.
I would pull it up, it would fall down, and it would be rock solid. So we got that fixed up for you. Got a new pull handle.
Nice.
And then we got your airbox breather.
In the filter, nice.
Yep. So, and she'll start up second pull if you want
I'm
to
so
hold that.
psyched. Absolutely.
I'll start her up for you.
What a great find this is, and I really I'm beyond happy. I can't tell you how happy I am to have it back and be able to run it again.
Yep.
You know, like I said.
It's back on the trail.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I've been doing half choke when I started up.
Yep. Oh, love it.
There it is, man.
So awesome, man. You have no idea how thrilled I am. Can't wait to see the episode. I hope it came out really good. I hope you got
it's been good so far, yeah. So I gotta ask you, Jamie, you got a beautiful SXR 700. Would you be willing to sell it? I will give you $1,600 right now, right here, cash money.
I'll tell you, this is something that I've had for a long time. I've ridden for a long time. I love the sled, and to see it brought back to life, I think I would kick myself forever if I did sell it. It's very flattering, and that's a really reasonable offer. But I think I would kick myself if my 19-year-old and my 15-year-old didn't get to rip on this a little bit.
So no deal. No deal.
Nope.
Okay.
Deal. Sorry.
All right. All right, man. Hey, again, it was a pleasure.
Are you kidding? Thank you so much.
And there you have it, folks, man. I am so happy for Jamie. He's such a great guy. He's got such a beautiful sled. I'm excited for him to get back on the trails. And if you want to be in the next video, you want your sled fixed, drop it down in the comments what you got for a sled, what you need fixed, and where you're from. And I just might show up at your doorstep. Thanks for watching this crazy video. I'll see you next time for a grand adventure.